Alright guys, just to begin, you're going to make a slip knot. There are many ways you can make a slip knot, but this is the easiest way for me, so I'm just making my slip knot. And depending on the length you want your shirt to be, you want to go ahead and make enough chains for that. I'm going to make a total of 96 chains, which would be, I'll be making 94 chains, and I'm just going to add 2 because it's going to have to be divisible by 3, which will give me 96. After I've made 96 chains, you're then going to add 1 more to close out that end. So I'm going to go ahead and make my 96 chains, and again, this would be the length of your crochet sheet, right? So you guys can continue, and I'll meet you guys back. So after you've made your 96 chains, or how much ever length you wanted your sheet to be, you're gonna chain 1 more, and this will close off the end of this row. So what you're gonna do now is you're gonna insert your hook in the previous row like this. Insert your hook right here. You're gonna yarn over and yarn over both 32 loops. So you just close off your final end of the hook. So you're gonna repeat this process throughout the entire row by making single crochet stitches all the way until you've made it to the end of row or round 1. I would say round 1. So repeat this process, and I will meet you guys at the end of this row, and then I'll tell you what to do from there. After you've made it to the end of this row, this is what your shirt should look like thus far. And the pattern is simple. So you're going to chain 2, you're going to flip your project over, and you're going to skip the first chain. So you're going to skip this first chain, and you're going to yarn over. Well, this first chain too will act as the first double crochet stitch. After that, you're going to skip the first stitch, and you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next stitch like so. You're going to chain 1, yarn over again, skip the first stitch, make your way into the next stitch with a double crochet, chain 1, and this is how the pattern is going to be all the way until the end of the next row. So again, you're going to skip this stitch into the next stitch, you're going to make a double crochet, you're going to chain 1, and you're going to continue this round with the same, following the same pattern. This is what you should have thus far. I'm going to do it one more time. Skip this stitch or chain, insert your hook into the next chain, make a double crochet, chain 1, and continue. So you guys can continue until the end of this row, and once you've made it to the end here, I will show you guys what to do next. So you guys can continue and meet you guys back. So this is what it should look like, the end of each end. Okay. So again, we're going to chain 1, flip our project over, and we're going to make single crochet stitches following the previous pattern of round 1. We're going to do the same with round 1 and round 3. And be sure to pause this video as many times as you like until you fully understand the pattern. Again, we're making single crochet stitches all the way through the pattern. And you see this space here, we're going to take our hook, we're going to insert, yarning under the space, and make a single crochet. We're going in the spaces here, making single crochet stitches, going in the big spaces under, making single crochet stitches. So I'll show you guys that once more. So in these spaces here, we are making single crochet stitches, and short of under both loops. And in these spaces here where we made a double crochet, we're going under and we are making single crochet stitches. So guys, please continue to the end of this row following the same pattern. And again, after we've made single crochet all the way until the end of this row, we're going to chain 2, flip our project over, skip the first chain of our project, yarn over and make double crochet stitches. Chain 1, skip again and make double crochet stitches into each round. So the same thing what we did for round 2, or we just did previously, is what we're going to do. And then for the 4th round, we're going to chain 1 and make single crochet stitches as what we're doing. Once you understand this pattern, you're good to go. And again, you don't have to make this crochet sheet in one color. What you can do is you can add another color. If you want things to be a bit more unique, you can add another color or add many colors as you like. So you guys can continue, and I will meet you back when I will be adding another color to this sheet. So guys, I'll meet you back then. I'm just going to show you guys how to add the color. And of course, you don't have to add the color. You can continue using one color yarn, it's up to you. But I just want my shirt to be a bit multicolored, and so I'm doing it like this. It's all up to your preference. So after I've added that color here, just gonna snip this off, the green, and continue with the blue. So I just did one row of double crochet. I'm going to chain 1, flip my project over, and continue the rest of the project with single crochet stitches. After you're finished making your front panel, this is what it should look like. This is 28 inches long. Of course, I can't show you the entire thing because it's 28 inches long. So after you've made one of the panels, I went ahead and made the other panel. So this is what it looks like in 2 panels. Now I followed my pattern. I wanted it to have the main color being teal and the other color being blue. So I went ahead and I made my 2 panels. And I've also went ahead and I followed the same pattern, making my back panel. Now the front panel has a total of 11 rows. And for the back panel, it's going to be 11 by 2, which will be 22. As you can see, I really have 22 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. 22 rows. This fits the back of your shoulder to shoulder. Ensure that whatever measurement you're using fits your shoulder to shoulder. So now we're going to join or attach the back panel to the front panel, and once it is, you will realize that there is a front side and there's a wrong side of the panel. What you're going to do is you're going to want to turn your back panel to the front, to the right side facing you. So this is actually the wrong side. I'm just going to flip my back panel to the right side. So the right side is facing me. like this. Do the same for the front panel. Make sure the right side is not facing you, but is facing the right side of the back panel. So this is the front side or the right side. I'm going to face it this way. Ensure when you're doing this that you just want to attach the front panel to the back panel at the top here. Alright. Attach the front on top here with your stitch marker. Right. Do the same for the other side. Make sure that the front side is not facing you, but is actually right side is facing the right side of the back panel as well. Great. So just to measure, this is a total of 18 inches in width, and this is 28 inches in length, 28 inches long, and 18 inches wide. Of course, this measurement will vary. If it is you want your shirt to be smaller or larger, it will vary. But I have a total of 11 rows for the front panels, for the two front panels, and the back row is a total of 22 rows. So what we're gonna do now, the width, we're gonna find, we are going to measure, which we just did, the width of our shirt, which is 18 inches long. We're going to minus 7 from that to give us 11 inches, and we're going to divide that 11 inches into 2. So at the top here, 11 inches divided into 2, it will be 5.5 inches. We are going to insert our stitch marker where it is at 5.5 inches, and the reason we're doing this is because we want to attach the front panels to the back panel, meaning that we are going to insert single crochet stitches all the way until we reach this part, this stitch marker, to form the color, which will just go down like that. So do the same for the other part. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 rows across. So 5.5 inches in length, which would be right here, right? So we're going to skip these first 2 gaps here. We're going to insert our hook, and we're going to attach the yarn onto our hook here. We're going to chain 1 and into the same space we're going to make 2 single crochet stitches. Into the next single crochet stitch we're going to make 1 single crochet. Into the double crochet stitch we're going to make 2 single crochet stitches. Into the single crochet space we're going to make 1 single crochet stitch until we make it to this corner. Once we've made it to this corner here, which is the shoulder corner of our shirt, we are just going to skip it. We're going to skip this corner and go into this stitch here. We're going to just flip our work over, and we are going to insert 2 single crochet stitches into the back panel as we're making our color. So I'm going to make 2 single crochet stitches into the single crochet area here. We're only going to make 1 single crochet stitch, and now that we are at the back of our, we're at the back panel making the color, we are going to do something that's a bit different. Into the double crochet space, we're going to insert 2 single crochet stitches, and we are going to skip the single crochet stitches. So we're going to skip this. We're going to go into 2 single crochet stitches into the double crochet space here, skip this, 2 single crochet stitches into the double crochet stitches, and continue this pattern until we've made it to the other side of our color. All the way until the other side. That's 2, skip this, 2, skip this, skip this. Great. So this is what the back panel looks like. Now we're going back here, back to the front panel. Again, we're going to skip the shoulder corner, inserting our hook here into this double crochet space. Remember, we're making 2 single crochet stitches into the double crochet space, and we're going back into the single crochet stitches here with 1 single crochet, 2 into the double crochet space, all the way until we've made it back to this corner. And we're just going to remove the stitch marker. So again, 2 double crochet stitches into the 2 single crochet stitches into the double crochet space. And this is what it should look like so far. And that was the first row of our corner. Let me just show you what it looks like so far. Right. So this is what it looks like so far. Give a nice first round edge there. And that's what we're gonna do. Now what we're gonna do, seeing that we have 2 gaps in front, 1, 2, 1, 2, we are going to chain 1 and turn our project over like so. To make the second row of our color. We are going to make a single crochet stitch into the first space here. After we chain 1, this is the first single crochet stitch. We're going to make single crochet stitch into the first area here, and into every stitch along the way we're making single crochet stitches all the way until we've made it to the other side of our shirt. and you can see the color coming in like that. So guys, I actually ended up making 12 rows of the color, but you can make more or less if you wish, but I thought that 12 gave me a nice finish, and this is what it looks like. So now we're going to move on to the edging. We're just going to flip our project over onto this side using a different color or the same colors, entirely up to you on your preference. If you wish to make it's in the same color, it's entirely up to you. But this edging is going to act as it's like a nice finishing edge for our shirt. I'm going to use a similar color, it's a baby blue lighter color for this. And at the end of our shirt, we're going to start here on this end and go all the way up. We're going to start here, go all the way up until we reach the color, and then I'll show you guys what to do from there. I'm going to start with this side first. So you insert your hook at the end here. Is directly the end of our sheet on this side here. So you guys can continue on with you guys back. So once we've made it up onto this corner here, we're just gonna do our final single crochet stitch here. We're gonna chain one and into the same space insert our next single crochet stitch. I'm just gonna turn the project this way. A single crochet stitch here, which will bring us to the corner. We are going to skip this stitch here. We're going to skip this and we're going to go into this space here. We're going to make a single crochet stitch. Just turn your project over, so like this way. Then we're going to go and make single crochet stitches all the way into each of these spaces here. So one, and into the entire back area we're going to make single crochet stitches. Once we've made it to the end of the side, we're just going to chain one and we're going to flip it, make single crochet stitches into the side of the corner. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, that's 5, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Let's give a nice edge in this. Again, we've made it onto other corner. Now that we've made it to this corner, we're gonna skip here, bring the yarn over to this corner here. We're gonna make 2 single crochet stitches, then a double crochet, a single crochet stitch into the single crochet, a double crochet stitch into the double crochet, a single crochet stitch into the single crochet, a double crochet stitch into the double crochet, and finally a single crochet stitch into the single crochet. Let's take that out. Great. We're going to chain 1, and again, like we did to the other side of our shirt, like we've done to the other side of our shirt, we're going to make, this is what it should look like. with the edging thus far. As you can see, it went all the way around, all the way here until the edge of the other side. This follows suit, and we're going to make single crochet stitches all the way till the end of this side here. So I'm just going to do that, and I will meet you guys after I have made the edging on the side. So after we've created the buttonhole, we want to go ahead and mark off with our stitch marker exactly where on our buttonhole edging opposite it, which is on this side, we want to put our buttons. Now this process could be very much tricky because you don't want to put your buttons or you put your stitch marker in an area where the buttonhole doesn't align. So what I did, I went ahead and I took a pin, well, not necessarily a pin but a clip, and I just attached it to the top of my sheet, and I made sure that where I put my stitch marker lined up directly to where I want my buttons to put, so that it can be like that in the buttonhole. So I'll just show you one example of how to attach your buttonhole if you don't already know how to do it, and you guys can just continue from there making the rest of buttonholes. So as I said before, I went ahead and put my stitch marker. Of course, you can just take that out. Now this is a flat button with 4 holes. I'm going to put my needle into the 4 holes, so 4 holes in the button. I'm just attaching it here in the center of the edging, like so. Oh, like so. I just want to flip it over. Take your sewing needle and just insert it from the bottom. Now this process is a bit repetitive, so again, like I was saying, I was going through each hole like that of the button to ensure that it is secured. Don't worry about this extra piece, we just trim it out. Again, I'm just going behind the button through each loop. So, and I'm going in front of it and into each hole like so, multiple times until the button is actually secured on the shirt. And this is not just for crochet shirt, this is for any shirt that you're sewing or attaching buttons to, or jacket. This is the method of attaching a button to clothing. As you can see, it is actually sturdy, doesn't come off. I'm just going to do 2 more times. In each hole of my flat button, like so, and just securing it like so. Great. So again, my button is secured. I'm just going to trim off the excess. Right. So this was our first attaching our button to the buttonhole. So you guys can continue doing that. Remember to ensure that where you put your stitch marker, it actually aligns where you want the button to be, so that it can easily go into the buttonhole without making any bulge. Alright, so I'm just going to do that for the remainder of my shirt, which is 3 more, and I'll meet you guys back. Okay guys, so after you have finished make or attach your buttons, this is what your shirt should look like. after we have attached our buttons. This is what it should look like. Great. So we're just gonna like move this all the way, and we want to make, so guys, so you're just gonna make a slip knot. And depending on how long you want your sleeves to be, you can make more or less chains. I just went ahead and take my crochet shirt all the way, and seeing that I just want my shirt to be the length of my arm, which is not too long, I'm just going to make 24 chains. Alright, so after I've made my 24 chains, I'm just going to add 2 more, which will be 26 chains in total. And all we're going to do is we're going to make a single crochet stitch into each of our chain, just like we did before with the shirt. We're going to follow the same pattern, making single crochet stitches into each chain until we've made it to the end of the row. And once we've made it to the end of the row, we are going to chain 2, flip our project, skip the first stitch, and make double crochet stitches into the next stitch, chain 1, and repeat that process until the end of that row. We want to have a total of 20 rows in total, so that's what we're going to do. Again, we're making single crochet stitches until the end of this row. You guys can do that, and I will meet you guys back at the end of the row. So once we finish make the first row of single crochet stitches in our 26 chains, we are going to chain 2, flip our project over, yarn over, skip the first stitch, which is this one here, because this one acts as a double crochet stitch already, so we're skipping this one, going to the second one and making double crochet, chain 1, yarn over, skip this chain, and insert our hook here, chain 1, skip this chain, insert our hook here. As I said before, this does follow the same process of how we made our shirt, so that's why I'm going it over a bit quicker, because we would have done it to make the shirt. Chain 1, skip this one, and we're going to the last one. Chain 1, like so. Right, so just going to chain 1, flip our project over, and we are going into each space now with single crochet stitches. So we're going to the first space, single crochet stitches, into the second space, single crochet stitches, all the way until the end of the row. And again, we're going to follow this pattern until we have 20 rows of stitches. So you guys can continue. I'll meet you back when we've made our 2 sleeves and we are ready to attach them. Meet you guys back there. So guys, after you've created your sleeve, this is what it should look like. You should have 2 sleeves that are both 20 rows. 20 by 20, which is 40 rows. And we are now going to take it and attach it to our shirt. Just take that out of the way. And we are going to want to put our shirt on the wrong side so we can attach it. We'll attach the sleeves to the wrong side. Great. So this is the right side. We're going to flip it on this side. And I'm just going to take the shoulder of the shirt. Let's do this side first. So we're going to take a shoulder of the shirt and take our sleeve. Like I was saying earlier, there is a both wrong side and a right side for the crochet shirt on the sleeve as well. Just gonna look the wrong side of the crochet sleeve and attach it here. So like I was saying earlier as well, this is 20 rows. We're going to find the middle piece of the sleeve and we're going to take our stitch marker and put it at the center. Let me just count how many. So we count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be here. Count it again. This is the middle here, so we're just going to attach it to the shoulder of the crochet shirt. It should line up exactly with this double crochet stitch here. So, great. Do the same with the end of our crochet shirt. Attach it to the end of the sleeve. Right. So once we have that like that, we're gonna take our crochet hook. Take our yarn and we are going to work our way from this end of our sleeve all the way until the end of this stitch marker. Like so. And I just want to make sure that it is lining up for me. You can also use some clips if you have, or just attach it to the sleeve to make sure it is lined up correctly. So I'm just going to attach our crochet hook. Attach this to this. And into this space, we're going to chain 1, of course. And now what we're going to do is into the crochet spaces, into the double crochet spaces, we're going to add 2 single crochet stitches. That's 1, that's 2. Into these single crochet spaces, we're going to add 1 single crochet stitch, and repeat this. Double crochet spaces, we're going to add 2 single crochet stitches, and into these single crochet stitches, which are these, we're going to add 1 single crochet stitch. We're just going to repeat this process until we've made it to the end of the row where we meet the other stitch marker.
Disrespectful, they were saying.
So you just repeat this pattern all the way, and I will meet you guys back when we have made it to the other side of our round this side. So guys, after we have finished made our last single crochet stitch for the end of this row, chain 1 to seal off that project. Flip your project over. This is what it should look like so far. As you can see, it's a very clean stitch when it's turned on the right side. We are just going to make another chain, and we're going to cut this part off to seal off this row. Now the same method, we're going to do this for the other side of our crochet manchette. This is how it looks like. Flip it over again. We're going to follow the same pattern for the other side of our shirt. Make sure that when you're doing this part though, that similar to the other side, it is aligned. So your shoulder, the shoulder of the shirt is aligned with the sleeve of the shirt, because you don't want to have your sleeve uneven on one side. Just gonna turn it. So we're gonna take our sleeve, make sure it's on the wrong side as well. And we are going to attach the shoulder to shoulder from both sides. Make sure to count to ensure that it is lined up correctly. So you guys can continue making single crochet stitches the same way as what we just did to the other side, and I will meet you guys back. Okay guys, so after we've attached the sleeves onto our shades, we're just going to keep our shades on the wrong side and at the bottom of our sleeve by the armpit area. I'm gonna just attach the yarn onto my hook. Just gonna chain 1, and we're going into each stitch with only single crochet stitches. So in the first one, single crochet stitch, and in the other stitches all the way from under the armpit straight down, we're gonna go in with single crochet stitches. And we're gonna do the same. We're gonna follow this process actually on both sides of our sheet. So you guys can continue, and I will meet you after the shirt is completed on both sides. Yeah, I'll meet you guys back then. So guys, after you finish attach your sleeve, this is what the shirt should look like when it's complete, along with the buttonhole. As you can see, it lines up perfectly. And what we're just going to do, this is optional. Of course, you don't have to do this if you do not want to, but I want to, when I put on the shirt or when I put it for a man, that this collar is tacked down. So I'm just going to button the first hole there, and I'm going to take my needle actually. I'm going to take my needle like so, and you can take your stitch marker to just ensure that both ends of the shirt are put down. You can take a piece of wool as well. It's absolutely up to you what it is you want to do. Just going to take my stitch marker like so to ensure it stays the place I want it to stay. And again, this part is absolutely optional. So I'm going to take my needle and thread. I'm just going to start here and go in and out with the needle and thread all the way until the other side. All the way until we've made it here. And final stitch like so. And take your thread cutter and just cut that off. So okay. So again, this part is absolutely optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. But I just wanted to ensure that this was not going anywhere compared to this one that's going places. So you can just follow the same procedure. Take your sewing needle, sew from this part all the way to this part, going in and out until you've made it to the top of this corner with the same to the other side. And I'll get you guys back for the final look of our crochet men's sheet. So guys, once you finish tack down your colors, this is what the shirt should look like. So again, this is what it should look like. And if you've made it to the end of today's video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with someone who you think would like to see this tutorial. You know, this makes a perfect Christmas gift, especially for the holidays. So if you have a husband, a boyfriend, a brother, uncle, you can make this for them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.